Visit forkpitch.com for curated content in a culinary marketplace.
Hi, this is Jay with Fork Pitch. I heard about this guy who could turn water into wine. Personally, I'm more interested in turning vodka into gin. Before I talk about that, let me set down the rules of the game. Vodka is a odorless, flavorless distillation. That's all it is. You'll have varying levels of filtration and distillation, but most of the quality variation on vodka is simply branding. Gin, on the other hand, is a distillation that uses flavors and aromatics to create something that's, well, frankly, much more interesting and complex. It's actually flavored. You'll hear people sometimes say, and this is a pet peeve of mine, oh, they don't like gin because they drank it and it made them sick, or they drank it and it gave them a headache. I would suggest that they probably drank cheap gin, poorly distilled or only distilled a couple times, and used lousy ingredients. Bad inputs end up with bad results. Drink good gin and you'll be perfectly happy with gin. So how I'm going to turn vodka into gin is in the following way. I'm going to do it with, as I said, vodka as a starter, as a nice base, and then I'm going to add some ingredients. The main ingredient to a gin is juniper berries, and historically that's where where gin has gotten its flavor. Juniper berries come from juniper bushes. They are sweet, but they are also have a little bit of a bitter note, and they tend to be a little bit piney or floral. So we'll add to the juniper berries some other ingredients, which has been, again, the tradition of gin makers over the years. And this is a recipe I've done before, and the ingredients I'm going to add are allspice, cardamom, star anise, hibiscus flower, kumquat, and Persian rose. And if you know anything about those ingredients, you'll know that they are all somewhat floral, or a little bit floral, with the possible exception of the allspice. And they have kind of sweet notes. And so what we're going to end up with in about 30 days is a gin that is going to be sweetish, a little bit herbal, but not very strong. It'll mostly be really nice aromatic notes to it. If you wanted to get it more intense, you could leave it in there for a much longer period of time. A great example, there is a gin by the name of Nolet's, which is, quite frankly, fascinating, but it's almost like perfume in terms of both the flavor and the scent. So, the way we do this is we add 4 peppercorns of juniper. Actually, the berries are not really peppercorns. They look like peppercorns. But 4 buds of juniper. We're adding 3 of cardamom. 3 of allspice. 1 hibiscus flower. That's a nice one. 1 Persian rose. 1 kumquat. And 1 star anise. Now we're going to mix these all together. Actually, we're going to pound them all together. Idea being that we want them to both break down, but also to combine with one another. Next, and this is so easy, it's unbelievable. You want to take this little doohickey with your infuser and put it on top. And now your stuff is in there like that. You screw that on, the top on. And you add your quality, yet reasonably priced vodka. I like to, this wasn't necessarily in the instructions, but I like to shake it when I first put it in there, just to make sure we get some good incorporation. And I'll put this to the side, but every once in a while, you know, maybe once every few days, I'll go in and shake it just a little bit to make sure that all the flavors are infusing and that it's getting around really good. This takes about 30 days. And during that 30-day period, you just, as I said, just shake it up every once in a while. After 30 days, you'll end up with, you can taste it. If you think it's not strong enough or not flavorful enough, not aromatic enough, you leave it for a little bit longer. It is middle November here. We will probably try this for Christmas. And we'll have it at the same time, we'll open up our barrel-aged bourbon. I'm Jay for Fork Pitch. Thanks for listening.
This video is a Fork Pitch production in conjunction with Midwest Digital AV Incorporated.